How important is your environment to your success? This post reads, once you get away from the wrong people, the right things start happening to you. I completely and wholeheartedly agree with this. The first shop I was at, I would say it was a quintessential, stereotypical black barbershop. It was a staff full of middle-aged African American men. I would say all of us were at the very least front-facing heterosexuals, although there's one guy that I got questions about. That's for another video. But for the most part, we engaged in locker room talk. We spoke about things that I don't think were appropriate for the audience all the time. There were times where, we had women and children in the building, and either our conversation was not appropriate for the room, or, the music that we played, I didn't think was befitting of, women and children, especially in a professional environment. Now, some people would argue, well, this is what, African American culture is really like. So, families bring their kids to a barbershop to get this, sense of community. I disagree with that to a degree. I understand this is how I grew up, but that don't make it right. So anyway, I established early on that this environment from a professional standpoint was beneath me. I understood early on that from a professional standpoint, this was beneath my client base, and this was beneath the clients that I was trying to attract and retain. I hung out there for a year and a half because I didn't know any better. I didn't know anything about Houston. I had just moved here. I didn't know the lay of the city. I was afraid of losing my clients and starting over again, so I just toughed it out. I've said this in several videos. I did not become a shop owner to be profitable. I did not become a shop owner to make money. Obviously, I would love for that to happen, but that was not my chief objective. The reason that we opened up a shop was because the environment that I wanted to work in either did not exist or I did not know where to find it. Now, I could have opened up a suite and done it small scale, but I believed that there were other people out here like me that also did not want to be in a men's locker room. That is literally what most shops that I've ever encountered are like. It's a very misogynistic, chauvinistic, sexist, vulgar, inappropriate place to be for business. And so for me, I did not value fun, quote unquote fun, over professionalism, because I know and knew that that was not becoming of a professional. I knew that my client base deserved better. I knew that they demanded better. I've had so many instances where either someone has said explicitly to me or I observed hints and signals that they did not appreciate the environment that I worked in at the time. And so I knew that the only way that I was going to retain and attract the ideal client for me was to, switch locations, either go somewhere where the environment was going to be conducive to me growing, or to create it myself. You guys obviously know how the story ended because I now own a shop, and we have a lot of control over the environment. Are there times where conversations get a little racy? Absolutely. But we are intentional with how we bring in people to the staff, letting them know what does and does not fly here. That doesn't change the fact that there are some clients that are just stuck in their ways and they're going to say what they say. We can't control that, but we can control the messaging that we give to our staff, because we understand that once you get away from the wrong people, the right stuff starts happening to you. And we try to purposely make it uncomfortable in our building for the wrong people to be here. If you are a person that has to smoke weed all day, every day, you're not going to fit in well at my shop. If you're a heavy drinker and you need to have a drink in your hand even while you're working, you're not going to be comfortable in my building. If you're the type of person that cannot control your mouth and your language and what you say and when you say it and whom you say it around, you're not going to be comfortable in my building. Inversely, if you are a client or a barber or stylist that values structure, that values professionalism, that values appropriate, conduct and banter amongst staff and clients, you will be right at home in my building. If you value family, if you value kindness, courteousness, professionalism, you know, you will be right at home in my building. If you are looking to join a staff that is in accord with those things, you will fit right in my building. But again, I knew a long time ago that I had to get away from the wrong people so the right stuff could start happening to me. So I encourage you, if you also understand that your environment is holding you back, if it is not helping you attract the types of clients that you want to be working with, seek out other establishments. Find yourself an environment that brings you the things that you are looking to obtain. And if it's not out there, then go create it. I know you can do it. I've done it. By no means am I overqualified or better qualified to seek out that environment for you. So you'll know it when you see it. Let me know if you guys agree with this. If you've ever been in an environment where you knew it was holding you back or creating a false ceiling for your success. How did you overcome it? What did you do to break that cycle? Please comment below. Share this video with somebody that may have a opinion on this topic. All the buttons, all the things. Appreciate your time.